Good Thursday evening, folks. Temperatures today, lower 90s, a couple degrees above our normal for the middle of July, which is 90 degrees, and 93 at Newport News, 92 at Norfolk, 92 over to Virginia Beach. Tomorrow, still a hot and humid day for all of us, but most likely areas to see a heat index rise to 105, maybe 106. We'll be down to the south and northeastern North Carolina, where we've got a heat advisory up 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. tomorrow. The reason why Virginia is excluded from this is because we've got storms on the way firing up mid-afternoon, and that'll put a cap on our daytime heating. And with us being so saturated over the last week and a half with heavy downpours, well, we're going to see the flood risk go back up tomorrow. We've got a flood watch up for a good chunk of the area, and likely going to see some storms play out into the first half of the weekend as well in the afternoon hours. We're looking at a scenario here where we've got sunny mornings, and that'll cook up some afternoon soakers, some slow-moving, heavy downpours, and some storms, just like we saw earlier in the week. And then we're seasonably hot and humid pretty much all next week. All right, here's that flood watch that was issued. It goes into effect tomorrow afternoon, 4 p.m. through around 4 a.m. Saturday morning, along and southwest of the I-64 corridor. Best odds for seeing some heavy downpours, slow-moving downpours, and that'll reduce visibility if you're out in the roadways. Rainfall rates 1 to 2 inches per hour, and that could also lead to some flash flooding possibility. All right, here's a look at Futurecast. Brand new run, hot off the presses. Tomorrow morning, we'll wake up partly cloudy to mostly sunny. Temperatures warming fast into the low, maybe a few spots getting into the mid-90s, depending on how early those storms fire up. Here we are early afternoon, starting to see some activity flare up, and watch what happens as we get towards 6, 7 o'clock. We really see the radar erupt here. Widespread heavy rain, embedded thunderstorms. There's the outside chance a few of these could be on the stronger side as well, with some gusty, damaging winds. But the rainfall, flooding hazard will be the main threat here. And then quickly thereafter sunset, well, within a couple hours after sunset, we'll start to see the activity really fall apart, gradually transitioning over to a clearing sky by early Saturday morning. And we kind of reload it all again. However, I will tell you, with this latest run, it shows a drier scenario on Saturday. Hurry up through 1 o'clock. Temperatures back into the low 90s. And there will be the chance of a few isolated scattered downpours, but not as widespread as what was showing in earlier models. This will likely change and kind of go back and forth. So we're still going to keep the risk there for Saturday afternoon and evening for some more storms. 91 degrees tomorrow. Weather impact alert for the flood watch and the flooding concern. Mostly sunny start to the day. Afternoon downpours. And then for the first half of the weekend, I did lower rain chances a little, down to 40% on Saturday with the afternoon storms. 93 Sunday, also a 40% chance of some isolated to scattered downpour, slow moving in nature. So weather impact alert for both days. We've got the enhanced flood threat for both. Flood watch only up for Friday, though. And then 93 on Sunday. Early next week, still carrying an isolated risk on Monday, but rain chances drop and temperatures hover at or a little bit below normal Tuesday and Wednesday, near normal by Thursday.